All right, gang. I thought of one more little fun story I wanted to share in the wake of all this WordPress nonsense. So back in 2014, when Matt Mullenweg purchased Thesis.com, he bought it in like October. I didn't think he was actually going to do anything with it because if he did, and it had to do with like themes and WordPress, then it would have looked like a very clear violation of my trademark. So I assumed he was not going to do anything. Well, a month went by, and sure enough, he had Thesis.com redirecting to Themeshaper.com, which was a site run by Automatic to promote the building of WordPress themes. So that would have been a to-the-letter violation of trademark and fair use and all that stuff. So I was forced to initiate action against Matt to protect my trademarks. This is what you have to do. If you have a trademark, it's not just so you can put a freaking TM in the footer of your website so you can look legit. It's actually purchasing a trademark. You're really purchasing the duty to protect that trademark if it is challenged. What this actually means is that if somebody messes with your trademark in a way that is illegal, then you have a duty to hire a lawyer and to go after them to keep them in line, or else you risk forfeiting the trademark. So it is literally a duty to spend money and deal with nonsense if you get screwed with. I see why huge companies do this, but if you're a small company, like I was a pretty small company when I got my trademarks, and then I just got overwhelmed with all of this stuff right away, and I'm going to go through the story real quick. So anyway, I had to protect my trademarks. I filed this case. It's called a UDRP, like a resolution thing with a kangaroo court. I've already described this in earlier videos. I lost the ruling 2-1, and one of the judges was an investor in Automatic, so the thing was rigged. And I thought it was over when I lost the dispute. I was like, well, he's going to get to keep Thesis.com. He can do whatever he wants with it, and that's that. I thought that was it. A couple months later, that wasn't it. I received a letter that Automatic, Matt Mullenweg, had gone ahead and filed a claim to have my trademarks canceled, or whatever it is to have federal trademark cancellation request or something like this. So now this was a big deal. And his law firm, and I thought of all this because in the documentation, in the cease and desist that Automatic sent to WPEngine, it listed his law firm, and the law firm is named Perkins Coie. And that triggered my memory. It was exactly who handled my case back in the fall of 2015 with this federal trademark cancellation. So as that case proceeded, Matt sent his lawyer for the case to Austin to do a deposition. Okay, so I sat down for like a few hours in this deposition, the first one, and I thought I crushed it. I thought everything I said, I made the room really uncomfortable. The woman who was doing the questioning, the lawyer, like I could tell that I led her to some unsavory places, and she was really having to think about like what was really going on here. At least that's how I felt about it. So I was feeling really good when that deposition was over. I'm like, this case is going to go away. This is nonsense. Well, wrong again. It didn't go away. So I was notified that there was going to be a second deposition. Now it's like November, early December or something in 2015. And so when I was notified that there was going to be a second deposition, now I'm actually starting to get mad because I see that this is lawfare. And this is just designed to drag me out, bleed me dry, strip me of my stuff. So Matt wanted to be able to say, Chris was wrong about Thesis.com. See, I got to keep it. And look, he was a bad faith actor and he got his trademarks canceled and stripped away. So that was the goal of this offensive action against me in the fall of 2015. I started to see this when I realized we were going to have the second deposition because it should have been over. And it wasn't over. And so now I'm pissed. I'm thinking about what to do. I talked to my attorney, and I was like, dude, I don't know what to do, but this feels so bad. I was like, I'm gonna just shame his attorney. I'm gonna shame her so bad she's gonna leave. And he's like, that's not a good idea. That doesn't work. You can't do that with lawyers. And like, I knew this anyway. Like, you can't get away with this stuff, whatever. But I mean, I was so, not demoralized, but like just so jaded by everything that had occurred. I was like, I got nothing left, so I'm just going to send it, right? Like, what's the point? So I show up for the second deposition. She's flown in from San Francisco, super early flight that morning, came to meet me at this place in Austin. And I don't know what time of day it was. We sat down to do this. And the first thing she does, she from the previous deposition, she like learned a little bit about me. She knew I had a young daughter. And first thing she does, she sits down and asks me, puts on this real earnest face, trying to be all sweet, and asks me about my daughter. And at that time, I just snapped. I'm thinking about everything that's going on. I just snapped. Internally, I'm like, you know what? Screw this. I said, you know what, woman? Don't come in here. You fly across the country this morning. Your whole mission is to destroy me here. Is to just screw me as hard as you can screw me. And you're going to come here and make small talk and ask about my daughter. Who do you think suffers when you screw me? My daughter's the one who loses opportunity. I'm not going to lose anything. I have nothing left to lose. I'm already screwed. But now you're just taking off her plate by coming and doing this shit. You're actually affecting real world people and lives. This is not about business or a little dispute or like a thing between CEOs anymore. Like this, I'm getting ground into the pavement here, getting absolutely dusted. And you want to, cordialities, ask about my daughter. No, woman, I stopped her right there. I say, you know what? You're gonna fly here. You're gonna try and dismantle my life, and you're just doing it because this psychopath wants to send out his little minions to go bury his enemies. It's like, how do you live with yourself? How did you wake up this morning knowing that you're going to come here and do this? Giving me bullshit small talk that it's not genuine. Get out of here with this. You don't care. Your job is to destroy me. And you would come here and act like this is amicable or any of this. Like this is not, you don't get a free pass. There's no excuse for this. This is bullshit behavior. You're complicit. You're trash, woman, coming in here and doing Matt's shitty bidding. Like what? Your whole life sucks. What are you even doing? Are you building anything? No, you're tearing down stuff. Like just as far as general actions in our lives, what are we living for? What are we standing for? If you're a lawyer for Matt fucking Mullenweg going out and doing all this little lawfare shit, you're a fucking scumbag. You're not building anything. You're not creating anything. You're taking away. You're living a zero-sum, scarce mentality life like it's a shitty mindset. It's a small person thing. Fuck this whole thing. And I got up and walked out on that woman. I was just furious mad. Like, this deposition's over. Fuck you, I'm out, you're cool, whatever. Like, gone. There was a stenographer in there. It was nice to her. Everybody's sitting there looking at me like with faces aghast, like, oh my God, what just happened? And I, mic drop, walked out of the room. That deposition was over. I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't care. I was like, screw them. I gave them a piece of my mind. Everybody involved is a scumbag, and that's that. Well, I felt real good after that. I walked out of there on cloud nine. You know what? I said my piece. I defended myself. I can't do anything else. 2 weeks go by. I get a notification that she has quit. That lawyer quit. She dropped the case. It was over. I never heard anything else about it again. So even though my attorney said, and everything I'd ever experienced before said, no, you can't shame an attorney. That shit will never work. I did it, fam. I beat Matt on that one. Just so you know, I've never told that story. But anyway, there it was. He trying to go after me like, twisting the knife after I was already dead. Nope, not allowed. Thanks for watching.